Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us about 45 kilometers or so kind of southwest of Buriram. And what brought me over here today is to see something that's quite amazing that they're actually building out here. We're going to take a look at Wat Phu Man Fa, I think is what you pronounce it as. Anyway, this is a temple that's kind of controversial. And the reason why is if you look right behind me, there are the little prongs. And it is kind of similar in a lot of ways to Angkor Wat. And we're going to take a look here. This is just an absolute massive complex that they're building. So let's take a look at it and let's see what all we see here. What I'm standing on is like the man-made causeway that comes in, and they've placed all these stones just like if you would go into one of the big Khmer temples down in Angkor Thom area. And they have the Naga, but there's quite a bit of new styling to it. So, you know, it does kind of resemble like Mount Meru and all of that. But from initial like looking at it, it's quite a bit different. So let's look here. We got stonework going on. It's an active construction site. So there is a lot of work that's happening. And this is the moat right here. Now it doesn't go all the way around the area. I don't know if they'll plan on doing it later on in the future, but I don't think so. There's houses and stuff like that around. And there's quite a bit of development going on over that away and in the main part. And you can see right here, we got a craftsman that's cutting the Naga head. You can see they've drew patterns on it and stuff like that, and they'll shape it into the shape that they want. And it's just massive stones that they've brought in. They have cranes and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier than what the old guys of the Khmer and everybody did. You can see here the lines and stuff that they've drawn on that Naga. And this is one of the figures that they'll put in place whenever they're done. So you can see he's using a chisel, chiseling it by hand. And then this guy over here has a modern grinder doing the big work. So there's 4 Naga, there's 2 on each side. And then this is the little moat that's over here on this side. Okay, so let's walk up and let's look at the 3 prongs right here, and then we'll walk over to that way. There's so much to see here. This will be I apologize right now, this will probably be a long video. So you see what they've done. They poured concrete, then they put these huge stones on top of it, and then these like colonnade things here, and then they put the big stones across, and there's no mortar, they're just sitting on top of it. And they've cut them pretty close. You can see the seams right there. And it's, I don't know how long this causeway is. It's probably 150 meters or so. It's quite large. This is the front of the temple. So you can see the 2 prongs on each side of the middle one. And the styling is quite a bit different, like up on the top, than what you'd have seen. But this is like the gallery here. So they'll have the faux windows that are Khmer styling, but it looks like what they've done is they poured a concrete shell and now they're putting stone tiles on the top of it. So the Khmer, what they did is those were all just cut sandstone. There was no like shell, no form of it. And then this looks like some of the rebar that they'll do for the archways. And then this is all cut stone all around here. Big, huge blocks. I don't know where they're quarrying this at, but they're moving a mountain to come over here. So here we go. So this is definitely Khmer styling with like those stones right there, and then the lintel. But it's quite a bit different. You see there's a Buddha right there in the middle of it. And then all the pattern work. So that's the guy that was with the chisel. There was another guy that was chiseling on this. And we're greeted with a little image inside of here. And everything is stone. Wow, this is fantastic. So we got the monks over here. And they got quite a bit of detail work that they'll do. Oh, a bat just flew out of here. And then over here, you can see down the gallery and all the stones that they've done. Oh, this is amazing. And then the faux windows that they've done. When you walk through, this is the big part of the job site over here. So they're going to build structures all inside of here, and then there's another gallery over that way. And then, oh, I don't know if they're going to build something right there in the middle. Yeah, it looks like they're going to build another like huge complex in the middle of this. The size of this stone is just absolutely massive. And it looks like it's going to go like right up here maybe. Yeah, those are just huge blocks. And then I think what they'll do is they'll chisel those down and they'll do all the final detail work. So this would have been really similar to what they did, the old people would have done to build a temple without the modern equipment. They'd had guys here with shovels moving the dirt. They'd had the block and tackles moving these big old blocks. There'd have been elephants here moving these huge blocks around. Oh, this is quite something. Okay, so let's walk around over this way and we'll go over to the other buildings that they have over here. So the monks lining out the worker on doing something. Then we have another little pedestal here where they'll put another deity. This is the entrance on the west side. And then we can look at here more of the blocks and stuff. It's kind of funny, they've set up these fans for the workers. So whenever they're chiseling the rock, they don't overheat. And then this will lead up right into the middle there. So they have a few hundred tiles there that they'll put up on the top. And that's quite cool. We'll look at that next. Let's walk through the rest of this gallery. And that's a new part of the gallery that they're building over there on the west side of this temple. You can see the gallery. Yeah, this is nice. It has a little breeze that comes down through here. So when they're done, this will be a nice place for the worshipers to come and walk around. And then they'll do some more stuff here. There's just raw concrete right now. So this is the part that actually looks like it's mostly done. Check that out with all these purple and pink lilies. Oh, this is beautiful here. And then that little prong, they've wrapped it with the cloth on the bottom. Then they have these big, huge things here. It's kind of a new styling. Looks like there's probably half a dozen of them. There's 7, it looks like, on this side. And then they'll be balanced on the other side over there. All right, so let's walk up in here. So they say take off your shoes. You can see there's other styles. And then they have the old man monk and some other images sitting over there. So you have the Khmer style lions and then the Naga. Oh, this is really great. They put a lot of work into this. And I don't know where they're getting the money from it, or for it, getting the money from. But this is not cheap at all. I have something here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to represent like one of the Shiva lingas that they used to have when you'd come in. Then they've put styling into all of the stairs. And then up here is the Chedi. So these kind of look like a bell. They've carved all around it. And then you have the elephants here. Oh, this is really great. And they've used laterite stones as the walkway. Wow, this is really nice. And then they've carved all in that. So it looks like they're all the way done with the detailing. And they'll do that to those little prongs in the front eventually. So we got the monk and then the lady monk and another lady. They're doing the laps around this Chedi. They'll do it 3 times and they'll pray. They'll say the little prayer. And look at that. So you have the fasting Buddha right there, and then all the other images. It's like the Roku, and then they have the Buddha right there. And if you look at the face of that Buddha, that is the Khmer style of the Buddha that you see. And then they have the Naga over here with all the other imagery. And then they have the Wheel of Law up there. Oh, this is just amazing. Yeah, when people put their mind to it, they can really do some things. And this is an example. I would so rather come and see stuff like this than just go in and looking at like a new modern temple. This has a lot of character to it. And all the little images sitting right here, meditating. And then there's more stuff over that way. So inside here is the relic, and I can't see. That glass is polarized, so I don't know what it looks like inside of there. And then that gallery over there. I don't think we'll walk there. What I'll do is I'll try to fly the drone around so you can get kind of a good idea of just how huge this site is. This is on the west side here. So you see they do have like the faux door. Ah, this is really cool. A couple birds here. You see they're using the laterite stones here. And they got the Luang Pu To over there. And check this out, they're moving a couple of the big rocks with this big crane. So you can see they're setting this stone over here. And they've carved like images and stuff in some of these. So this will kind of be like a Buddhist garden. And it's quite a big job. Got a monk over here overseeing things. And in normal Thai fashion, it's such a big job. You got people over here selling snacks and drinks and lottery tickets and stuff. Okay, so I was looking around over there, and one of the guys that works here said I could actually come up here and look around. So the pedestal right there that you see is going to be 10 meters high, and then they're going to build the center prong and then the 4 around it. So that will look just like Angkor Wat in the middle. And he said this will be done in 8 years, this part of it. So 8 years from now, this will be done. And then they'll finish the gallery. And he did tell me that they're going to extend the moat all the way around it. This temple has 100 rai of land, which is roughly 50 acres. And he says it is going to look just like Angkor Wat here in the middle, except for more beautiful. Because it will have all the Buddha imagery and stuff like that tied in. You can see here the scaffolding, and they'll put the ceiling in, and then this whole gallery. Now at Angkor Wat, they have murals that are carved in all the way around this. So I'm not sure if they'll do that here also. They may do like some Buddha murals in here. You can see the size of these blocks. They're just absolutely massive. And they just have cut them down and fit them like a big puzzle. Now this part here is 99% complete. And what he told me is that this is a generational build. They talked that it's going to take 3 generations. That's what they want to have happen. So the first generation started it, and now it's on the 2nd generation. And he said it's supposed to be like a full like 200 years or something like that. So quite interesting. In the Buddhist garden. So they put these stones here for the walkway. And let's go look at this little structure over here. They have a little chedi, they have the Wheel of Law, all the Buddhas. They have some more of the stones over there. And then check this out. So looks like the one glass is broken up there at the top. Then you have like a small little library. It's probably more like just a sala, some place to sit and get out of the sun. And they're building a bunch more over there. So you have the big gong, has the zodiac symbols on it. Yeah, this is really nice also. And the huge Khmer lions. So this is really nice. We have pigeons in here. They painted the murals, and then they've carved also. And I don't know if they're going to do like a Wheel of Law here, or if that's just going to be like an unfinished stone, kind of like that. And then you have some of the small images. And then they're going to consecrate it. It hasn't been yet they'll put this little stone down here, and the monks will consecrate this little building. That's that little building we were just looking in. So you got the nagas on the corners and stuff also. Yeah, and then there's elephants over there and more of the garden. And then we'll look at this building and then over there, and then I'll break out the drone. So they're doing the landscaping here. They're gonna put some cactus and stuff. And they have these little arches. It'll be Instagram central, I'm sure. And then we'll go into this. What a cool little building this is also. So you can see they got the elephants and then they got the little shrines and stuff. So the Thais will come over here and pray. You can see they've carved all around the door, done all this styling here. Yeah, all of this is hand carved. All the little flowers and stuff. Really, really cool. The image that's inside of here. They got the peacock feathers and then the little prayer you do. So you rattle the sticks and then you come over here and you get your fortune. Same as a normal Thai temple. Lots and lots of work have been put in. Oh, I really like how they've done the naga there. Looks like it's eating a snake. Then they have several of these little buildings. So they have 6 of the small buildings on the sides. Then they're going to put all of these little Buddha statues in and the nagas. And then we'll have all these little prongs in here also. So you have the guy right there that's figuring out the pattern to do. He'll sit there and carve that all day just like that. And they're doing the same thing over here. Over here in the back, they'll have a little gallery. Looks like they've got this carved all the way. And this is what it looks like inside. So they have a huge Buddha that's covered right now. Looks like it's a marble Buddha. And you can see this is quite tall. So the people will come in here and worship whenever this is all completed. And it's quite cool because you can go from one building to the next. You can see there's another Buddha that's over there that's covered. Yeah, these are just absolutely massive. And they'll finish them off. So they'll have like that fake front that they always do, and then they'll carve into that. That's the Khmer styling that they put that fake front. This is the 3rd prong that's right here in a row. The guy over here that's doing the stonework, he's rocking out to some Luk Tung, the Isan country music. And this is the 3rd one. So this one is more cavernous yet. There's a hole up there in the ceiling. And you can see this one here is going to be kind of a gray colored marble Buddha. And they have it covered also. Wow, you could just wander around here for a couple hours. That's the entrance that they'll eventually have in. That's going to finish up our video over here at this temple, Wat Phu Man Fa, I think is how you say it. This is just unbelievable. If this is a multi-generational project, it really just shows you the forethought that they put into it, plus the dedication. So they're really passionate about, you know, Buddhism and their religion and their culture and stuff like that. It is just something else. I've never seen a temple, obviously, on this scale that they're constructing. So this is something definitely come over here and take a look at. It's going to be different every time you come. I mean, like that one guy told me that the center prongs will be done in 8 years. And they've been already working on this part over here for a generation. And then they plan on 2 additional generations before they're finished with this whole thing. And they'll extend that moat, and this will just be something unbelievable. It'll be definitely something to come and see in this area. This is about 45 kilometers or so outside of Buriram, and it's just out here amongst a bunch of fields and stuff like that. It's kind of an interesting drive just to get over here to it. And definitely I would recommend, if you're in the area, come over here and see it. It's actually worth a special trip. I've really, really enjoyed this. I didn't quite know what to think about it being kind of a copy of Angkor Wat, but I don't have a problem with it. It's really being done tastefully. It's not just, doesn't look like it's just gonna be a tourist trap. It looks like it's gonna be, you know, a real legitimate temple with, you know, that in mind. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed coming over here and walking around. I'm gonna break out the drone now if possible and fly this around. So hopefully we'll be able to catch a couple cool aerial shots. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around, and you're notified when I post a new video. If you like the video, smash the like. If you have any questions or if you've been here, let me know, tell me what you think. And until next time, from over here in Buriram, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.